Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Wednesday, February 9th. The format is going to change a little bit, just a little bit to accommodate all viewers. I make these videos as early as I can so that the viewers that work overnight could watch or listen to the video while they're working, because I know a few of you work overnight. I know some of you watch the video, early in the morning, 6, 7 a.m. Then I know there's a lot of you that watch it in the afternoon, and then, of course, right before lock, in the afternoon. So, I can see when the video is being watched. That's why I continue to make the video as early as possible to accommodate everyone. With that being said, and with the landscape of the NBA, how every single day it's something new, like the slate changes. The slate is flipped upside down every day without fail. So in order to help accommodate people, I'm going to not pick players so early, so I won't be picking a core. But what I'll do is I'll expand on the players that I do think are viable for the slate. So for hardcore players, for people that watch the videos, it wouldn't affect them negatively. It will actually give them a bigger player pool. And the only people that this would affect are the people that don't watch the video. And unfortunately, I have to do something to help the loyal viewers better, because the slates just changed. Like, we go over the slate, and a few hours later it's a whole new slate, and the core that I provided doesn't, it's not, you can use it, but it's not going to be the best core at that time. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's not on Patreon. Everybody's not going to get my updated lineup. So we're gonna try this format and see how it works out. So with that being said, we're gonna get started with DraftKings. We're gonna start with point guard. Looks like the Lakers on a back-to-back. Probably gonna come out feisty since they lost. Well, I shouldn't say lose. They're probably gonna come out feisty since they got smacked by the Bucks. We see it. The NBA experts see it. Analysts see it. Other players see it. Other coaches see it. Everybody sees it except Frank Vogel. Stop playing Westbrook. You cannot run a operation and have a weak link at the forefront. That goes in anything in life. If you're running a business, whatever you're doing in life, you cannot have a weak link at the forefront. They need to get Westbrook up and out of there if they want to win. They will never win. They're probably not even going to beat Portland tomorrow if Westbrook does what Westbrook does. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Let's see what happens in the next couple days. I don't think they got the balls to trade Westbrook, and probably nobody wants him, so it's whatever. LeBron's in play, probably going to have a big game. He's probably going to have a big game tonight, and I need you guys to keep in mind, Bron is low-key looking for a scoring championship. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if you guys picked up on it. He's averaging 29 points a game. Joel Embiid is a scoring leader at 29.4. He's 0.4 off of the scoring of being number 1 in scoring in the league. That's what he's aiming for. You know, he's not dumb. He knows that he's not going to win a title. So he's trying to go for a scoring championship. Pair that with the fact that he grabs rebounds, he gets assists, he touches on every stat, and he's looking for the scoring. So LeBron, my point is LeBron James should be in your player pool every single slate. You know what I'm saying? Because he's on a mission. And there's somebody else that I'm gonna put in that category too. Murray, they put him on the team, on the All-Star team, well deserved, 10-6. He's fine. Curry, 10-3, touch pricey, matchup proof, he's fine. LaMelo, 88 against Chicago, he's fine, absolutely. Same with Van Fleet. Mitchell, Garland, if he plays. They need to get this Halliburton to the right team. Not even going to talk about that right now. Same thing with McCollum. They need to get him on his correct team. Fox, guess he's going to play. He's conveniently healthy after Halliburton is gone. What I've been telling you about these injuries. Giddy's in play. Simons is in play. Russell's in play. Rozier. Scotty Barnes I don't like so much. Too many wings on Toronto. Conley, that price needs to drop down a little bit more with Mitchell on the floor. Derek White, I guess. Malik Monk. Listen, as long as Westbrook is playing, I wouldn't play Malik Monk. Yeah, he's gonna have games where he goes off with 6, 7, 8 threes, but you don't know what game that is, and until then, Westbrook is going to take everything away from him. Stay away. Poole, I believe Thompson is sitting one of these games. Okay, so it's this game. So yeah, Poole's in play. Davion Mitchell, he's going to have a little bit, some more playing time. Some more usage now that Halliburton is out of there. He got the minutes. He just didn't hit his shots, but he got the minutes like I expected. So it's going to be Davion Mitchell time, and at 5,600, if he's starting, his price will go up $1,000 within the next few games. So if you're going to play Davion Mitchell, start playing him now. Clarkson is fine. Goodwin, he's not reliable to me. 25, 29, 39, 7. He did have a bad game. I would have to watch this game to see what happened to Goodwin. Only 3 personal fouls. I don't know if he got hurt. Let me see. Doesn't say anything about him getting hurt. So let me see what's going on with Goodwin. And I'll watch the last Cleveland game and see what happened. And I'll get back to y'all. If there's anybody that's interested in Goodwin, hit me in the chat and I'll get back to you. I gotta actually watch that game because I don't know what's going on. Unless somebody saw if somebody saw the game and knows what happened to Goodwin, throw it in the chat. Kobe White, listen, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. When Vucevic, when DeRozan, and when Levine are playing together, you don't play any other bull. That's it. Let's continue. Beverly is fine. You're going to want his defensive stats, though. You're going to want blocks and steals from him because you already know usage is going to come from, or usage is going to go to Towns, Edwards, and Russell. We all know that. So you're playing Beverly, don't think he's going to get 20 shots. He's not. You're looking for blocks, assists, rebounds, blocks, steals, rebounds, and assists. That's what you're looking for. Rondo, no. Dennis Smith Jr., Gonna have to say no until we see otherwise. Played 20 minutes last night in the new rotation. We gotta see what's going on. We gotta, I say rotation a lot because it has a lot to do with fantasy. Minutes are one thing, rotations are another. Minutes are obviously how many minutes the players are playing through the game. A rotation is how the coach plays you. The amount of minutes he plays you at a time, in what sequence, in what quarter. That's what the rotation is. So that has a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, DFS is a lot of moving parts. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot that goes into these things. And that's it. I'm not going under Trey Man. I didn't touch on Trey Man. Trey Man starts, he's fine. He's getting the minutes, I'm good. 32, 32, 35. He's just missing the shots. He's getting the minutes. He's fine. I don't care if you miss shots. If I play you and you get 36 minutes and you just missed all your shots, I'm okay with that. If you don't get it, when I'm not okay is when I play somebody that don't get the minutes. When you don't get the minutes, you don't even have a shot. You understand what I'm saying? All I'm looking at is a chance. That's all I'm looking for, a shot. You want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You want 8 players that's going to give you a decent shot to hit 6 times value. That's what you're looking for. Write that in your notebook. If you're doing anything else, you lost. Let's go to shooting guard. You got Levine. You got Levert. Levine is fine for the matchup. Levert on Cleveland at 9K. He's going to need 54 fantasy points, so I'm going to have to pass. Donovan Mitchell is fine. Halliburton, well, let's see what happens. Well, he's going to be on Indiana. Indiana's not playing, so scratch Halliburton. Edwards, McCollum, Giddey, OG, Russell, Rozier. Gary Trent looks overpriced. He's fine. They're all fine. We spoke about Poole, Kelly Oubre. Listen, I'm not going to say anything about Hayward. Just Oubre is fine. That's all I'm going to say. Oubre is fine. Clarkson, Jetty. I get Jetty wrong all the time. Play him if you want. If I prefer him to start. Okay, let's scratch him, buddy. We spoke about man. CJ Elby's in play. You want him to start? McLemore's in play. Absolutely. McLemore's probably a lock. I don't even care what he did tonight. The Lakers make everyone look like, world champions. 31 minutes, 19 fantasy points, 5 of 11. I don't care. I'll go right back to him. Vassell, I don't get right, but if you want to play him, have at it. Beasley's a no. Ty Jerome, no. No, none of this. No. They're probably going to start Moses Moody. If they start Moses Moody, 3,300, you can play him. I'm scared to death of Steve Kerr, though. His rotations are like chaotic, sporadic. There's no rhyme or reason. He just does whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's not good for fantasy. You want to have an idea. If you're playing someone off the bench, you want to have an idea of how many minutes they're playing and what their rotations look like. Because the reason you want to know what their rotations look like is because you want plays in the final rotation. Last 5-6 minutes of the game, 4 or 5 minutes of the game, you want your fantasy player to be there because he's going to get a lot of points, especially in a close game. Bridges, my man, he's in play. This is Bojan. Bojan's absolutely not in play. All he does is shoot. He doesn't grab rebounds. He doesn't pass. Well, get assists. He doesn't block. All he does is get fantasy points from scoring. And he goes against my rules. Plus, he's too expensive. Andrews in play. Dort's in play. Otto Porter Jr., if he starts, he's fine. Not seeing anybody else that piques my interest. I want to know why HARKLESS 6K on FANDUEL the other day. That's what I want to know. I need somebody to explain that to me. Let's go to power forward. Siakam's in play. Kevin Love looks weird. He's in play. Listen, tell me who's a better 6-man than Kevin Love. I want to know who's doing what he's doing in the minutes that he's doing it in. That's what I want to know. Mobley's in play. Listen, him and Allen take away fantasy points from each other, but they're still very good. Listen, if you gotta play one, but it's tough because they take away from each other. I'd try to work around that if I could. Harrison Barnes against Minnesota, yeah, that's fine. This is Bojan. Keldon Johnson, 6,200. Been a little bit more consistent lately. Minutes are consistent. He had a bad game. He had a bad game on the third, 15 fantasy points. 24 minutes, 3 for 12. That's not good. He's in play. He's been a little bit more consistent overall. He's fine. Baisley's been better. I know I shit on him, but he's been better. I don't know if it's the minutes. Well, the minutes do help. 36, 36, 37, 37. 35, 27, 33, 32 fantasy points. As of right now, he's trending up. He's in play. Vanderbilt's in play. PJ Washington's in play. Remember, Hayward is out. Boucher, no. None of Toronto's bench. They got a lot of mouths to feed. Winslow, I think he started 33 minutes, 32 fantasy points. They really ain't have no choice. What else they gonna do? Winslow's in play. What is he, 4,500? If he starts again, probably lock him in. Kuminga is always a decent play, but Steve Kerr. Alright, that's about it for power forward. Alright, we got AD. Cat price look good. Vucevic price is correct. He is a dominant center in today's league. Nurkic is fine. Jared Allen. We gotta watch Nurkic's minutes because, you know, you can't be paying $8,000 for him and getting 25 minutes. I don't care what fantasy points he gets. He needs to be playing 34 minutes minimum. 34 points. He only shot 4 for 16, but he still has 40 fantasy points. That's what we're looking for. Look, Nurkic hasn't been amazing, and now he's 8K, so I might start falling back from him. And it may not even be his fault. Jakob Poeltl, he's okay. Remember, his minutes get limited too, like, you know, low 30s. Pay attention to minutes. Plumlee is okay. Whiteside is in play, but Whiteside is cheap because Whiteside hasn't been doing anything. 27, 29, 24, 20, 23, 27, 29, 14. listen, that's not the Whiteside that we all grown to love. So when he finds his way, then we'll play him again. Until then, stay away from Whiteside. I don't care what the optimizer tells you. When you learn to separate the optimizer from the real world, then you start taking it DFS to another level. Optimizers aren't wrong. Optimizers pretty much have an idea based on data of what's supposed to happen. But you got to use the human side of it and pay attention to, you got to watch the games and pay attention to trends. If they're trending down, the optimizer is not going to know that, they're not playing well 3-4 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you got to step in and manually take out players that aren't in a good position. You know what I'm saying? Like Westbrook. An optimizer would pick Westbrook if they think the numbers make him look good, but we all know that he's playing like trash right now. So you got to literally physically take him out. And you got to learn to balance that. Because I know probably everybody's using optimizers now. But all those Twitter dudes, everybody on Twitter uses optimizers. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at them winning and think like, oh my God, they're so good. They're not. They're using optimizers. You can tell. When you look at the lineup, you can tell that they use the optimizer. And then another thing too, because I know a lot of you guys be on Twitter. I see everything. I hear everything. I know what's going on. A lot of these guys on Twitter, when they're posting their lineups, if you notice, they don't have their name there. Like their ID name is not there. Like their tag name or whatever you want to call it. Like how do you know that they really won that contest, or they didn't screenshot that winning from somebody else's page? You know what I'm saying? Because if you go to my Instagram and you look at my wins when I used to post them, my name is right there. Like my name is included. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys can't be. You got to be careful. Especially I don't be on Twitter like that. I don't really be on Twitter like that. Obviously, you need Twitter for news. I conversate with certain people that DM me when they need something. That's all I use it for. I'm not on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I hate Twitter. But you guys out there, be careful. When you see, oh, I won 60,000, check the lineup. Check the winning lineup and look for their name. Because in every winning lineup on every site, your name is right on the top of it. If for some reason they exclude that part, that means that they didn't really win that. That's somebody else's ticket. So, on that note, center, yeah, I would stop at Plumlee. I wouldn't play Whiteside. Let's go to FanDuel. If you're new here, that's what we do. We drop videos every single day for the NBA slate, and we break them down, get the best plays. So listen, if you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. That helps me. That helps me with YouTube. Helps circulate the video, so we could build a community. That's all I'm trying to do. Let's go through FanDuel, and we'll start at point guard. Murray's fine. Curry looks better. Donovan Mitchell looks good. Van Fleet looks fine. LaMelo, Garland if he plays, Fox. Westbrook price has come down, and I still probably won't play him. Alright, let me rephrase that. Russell's price has come down a lot on FanDuel, and I still won't play him. Okay, D'Angelo Russell is way better than Russell Westbrook. Russell's in play, Giddey's in play, Jordan Jordan Poole is pricey. Play Anthony Simons instead. I'd leave Poole alone. You could play him if you like against Utah for 6,900. I'd rather play Anthony Simons. Anthony Simons looks good to me. Conley, Derek White, Rozier, Davion Mitchell. Remember what I said. Play him now. He's going up $1,000 in a week, maybe less than that. When his price goes up, remember that I told you that. Clarkson, I guess he's fine. McLaughlin, no. He had one good game. 19 minutes, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists. You think Jordan McLaughlin's going to give you 39.5 fantasy points again? With Patrick Beverly healthy? That's what you think? Brandon Goodwin, you could take a shot. Trey Mann is fine. Macklemore looks good. Kobe White, no. Dennis Smith, no. Rondo, you can take a shot. Yeah, we went all the way down to the garbage dump. Let's go to shooting guard. DeRozan 10-5. Listen, 10-5. That's like 61 fantasy points. That's like 63 fantasy points off the top of my head. If you think DeMar DeRozan is going to give you 63 fantasy points, have at it. Donovan Mitchell, yeah, he's fine. Levine on FanDuel looks good. Anthony Edwards looks good. Mitchell, Dort, Giddey, Gary Trent is fine. Rozier looks amazing. Kelly Oubre looks good. Malik Monk is okay. Clarkson is too pricey for me. Gary Payton's a bum. Macklemore is in play. Moses Moody if he starts. And that's it. If you play anybody under Moses Moody, you're looking for an early night. Braun 10-8, of course. OG looks good. Miles Bridges looks amazing. Harrison Barnes is fine. Wiggins looks good. Keldon looks good. Baisley looks good. Otto Porter's pricey. Hope he starts and Kerr leaves him in the play. This is a better Bojan play. Bojan is fine on FanDuel. Kuminga's 53 only if he starts. What I'm gonna do with a 5,200 Torian Prince off the bench? Can somebody tell me that? Jetty if he starts. Justice Winslow, absolutely if he starts. Toscano Anderson, don't trust him, no. CJ Ellaby, yes. 3,900, I'll take a shot. Stanley Johnson, no. Let's move on power forward. Anthony Davis, absolutely. Siakam, pricey, it's fine. Jared Allen, 76, power forward eligible. I love it. He's not as well. He just put up a 60 spot. I always tell you about Charlotte in the paint. He grabbed 22 rebounds. Cleveland versus San Antonio. He's in play. He's in play. He's not going to put up 60 again, but he's in play. Kevin Love's in play. Mobley looks good. Scotty Barnes, I'm scared of because of the wings. Vanderbilt is okay. Boucher, no. PJ Washington, yes. That's it. You go any lower, you be in oblivion. Cat, 99, yes. Vooch, 98, looks pricey, he's fine. Pirtle, 78, fine. Vooch, I'm sorry, Nert, he's fine. Whiteside, 6K, no. You need, I say this sometimes, and I know everybody don't listen to the video, but your center must give you a lot of fantasy points. You must have your center bring you home a majority of fantasy points. You can't have your center wet in the bed. Centers, power forwards, big men, they're closer to the rim. Easy putbacks, rebounds, blocks, loose balls, aka steals. You really want to pay attention to your center spot. And one of my things I like to do, why I like Jared Allen so much, he's a real life center that I'm gonna get to play at power forward. That's amazing to me. I could literally have 3 centers on FanDuel. You know what I'm saying? That's something I do. That's one of my rules that I follow. So that's just because I want to do something don't mean that you have to do it, or that it doesn't mean that you're wrong or anything like that. That's just something I like to do. I like to play as many big men as I can. If I could get a power forward in a small forward spot and a center in a power forward spot, I'll do it. So then we stopped at Plumlee. Not playing anybody under Plumlee. So listen, I know most of you guys are here only for DraftKings and FanDuel. I'm about to jump to Yahoo, get some of my plays over there. If you guys are having issues cashing, if you're having trouble, if you're unsuccessful in some of these tournaments because the field is sharper, which they are, and the scores are getting higher, then take a look at my Patreon, and I do offer my up-to-date lineups for FanDuel, DraftKings, Yahoo, and SuperDraft right up to lock. So you can't stay on top of news. How NBA is a news-heavy sport or fantasy sport. If you're not able to keep up and you're making lineups and you're losing and you need some assistance, check out my Patreon, the bronze tier. Other than that, if you guys are leaving, thanks for being here. Hope you guys had a profitable night, and I'll see you tomorrow. The rest of you, we're gonna go to Yahoo, see what we can dig up. Murray's fine. He looks expensive. He's fine. Curry is fine. VanVleet is good. LaMelo is fine. De'Aaron Fox is fine. Anthony Simons is probably where I would look towards as far as my point guard. Davion Mitchell, if he starts, is your value of the night. If Davion Mitchell starts, you lock him in. If Davion Mitchell starts, you lock him in. If Davion Mitchell starts for Sacramento, you lock him in. Goodwin is fine if he starts. And that's about it. Levine looks fine. Mitchell is okay. Levine looks a touch better. Russell looks fine. Giddy is fine. Dirt White, Rozier, they're okay. Gary Trent is okay. Poole at 20 bucks is fine if he starts. Malik Monk, not the worst player in the world, but you don't know what Westbrook is going to do. McLemore, if McLemore starts, you play him. Like, I can already tell that I'm going to smash Yahoo already. I can see it. I'm not even at forward yet. And I can tell you that I'm going to smash Yahoo. LeBron is in play at 55 because of the value already. The value that we already have. Anthony Edwards is in play. Wiggins is in play. Harrison Barnes, Kelly Oubre is in play. Bojan's in play. I don't like Markkinen. I don't like Vassell. I don't like Jetty. Ellaby, if he starts, is in play at 12 bucks. Damn near minimum. DeRozan, 49 is fine. Miles Bridges at 32 looks amazing. Mobley and Barnes are fine. Dort is okay. Keldon Johnson is okay. Bazley looks real good at 18. Porter at 16 is fine. Me too if he started. Kuminga looks good. I don't know what's going on with Sacramento, so I do me too as like last man in. Oh, Justice Winslow at 10 bucks. Justice Winslow at power forward on Yahoo for 10 bucks is the play tonight. I promise you, I'm going to smash Yahoo tomorrow. I already see it. Unless somebody gets hurt, I'm smashing Yahoo. AD 47 is fine. Boots looks good. Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns looks amazing. Nurkic looks magnificent. Jared Allen looks good. Pirtle looks good. Excuse Whiteside. Plumlee, 16 bucks. Okay. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Murray and Curry look fine. They're usually 1 multipliers. Van Fleet at a 1.1 is okay. Mitchell looks great at 1.15. DeRozan looks amazing. Levine looks great. Edwards looks good as usual on SuperDraft. If Garland plays, you can play him. Fox. Russell look good. Anthony Simons was a 1.6 tonight. Now he's a 1.3. Yeah, they know what's up. Smart play. Rozier looks great. Remember, no Hayward. Gary Trent looks good. Davion Mitchell will be the new Anthony Simons. He's gonna get his multiplier is gonna get lowered soon too. Play Mitchell. Dort, Giddy in play. Justice Winslow right here. He was a 2 last night, I believe. You playing Justice Winslow at a 1.55. Kelly Oubre looks good. Kobe White looks good. No, I'm sorry. Kobe White's multiplier is fine, but he's not going to get the usage. Don't play him. Poole is fine. Keldon Johnson is fine. McLemore looks amazing. I wouldn't play Goodwin because you have McLemore and you have all the rest of the value. Yeah, you even have Ellaby. No Gary Payton tonight, please. Trey Mann, if he starts, you play him at a 1.9. Let's go to forward. James is in play. AD, Siakam, DeRozan, Levine, Anunoby, Bridges in play. Mobley, Barnes, Trent, Love. The other Barnes, Scotty Barnes, Winslow. Winslow's one of my favorites. Vanderbilt, Bazley looks good. If you run a crunch for SuperDraft tonight, Bazley's gonna pop. He always pops on SuperDraft. He's worth it. Don't play him. Keldon Johnson. I think that's it. I'll stop at Keldon Johnson or Ellaby. Ellaby's forward eligible too. I'll stop at LB. You don't want to get too cute on SuperDraft because a lot of the times the stars in the 1.05s and the 1.15s, these guys usually end up scoring very high. So you don't want to get too cute. You got to trust that your player that has a big multiplier is going to play the minutes. You got to trust that. Because even they fail. At center, Cat looks good. Vooch looks great. Nurkic looks good, but I prefer Vooch because of the minutes and the usage. Jared Allen, Paul, Pirtle is fine. Whiteside, no. Plumlee, I played Plumlee before Whiteside. And that's about it. So, center options on SuperDraft are very limited. Cat, Vooch, Nurk, Allen, Pirtle, Plumlee if you're feeling brave. Alright guys, listen. Video took a minute, but I went through every single player that I deem viable for this slate, and that's what I'm going to be doing now. So anybody that listens to this video at any time, you're getting all the players that are in the player pool, and everybody has a chance now. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you that never used to watch the video and just screenshot the plays, this is how it's going to have to be now. And nothing personal, just business. So thank you guys for being here. You know, you guys, some of you have been here from day one. I appreciate you guys. And if you need anything, throw it in the chat. Keep it positive. And thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe on your way out. If you need any help, extra help, like extra help, you check out the Patreon or hit me on Twitter. And I guess that's about it. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.